Hello and welcome back to the Midwest Mainline. We are sat on board one of our new logging trains, heading all the way back to the brand new logging camp that we set up. In the previous episode, we're sort of on the footplate here, aren't we? Right next to the engine, lovely and peaceful. It took me a while to get this just about right, but we get to go across the flyover and then around and up towards the new logging camp. Hopefully it looks pleasant. It certainly is now. That scenery in the background is absolutely beautiful. So then, what are we doing today before we get to the all-important vote update? We're going to hopefully connect up... is it Bloomington? Yes. We're hopefully going to connect up Bloomington's new delivery of machines, and that'll be their first delivery of cargo, and hopefully that will spread across our entire map, as Bloomington will attract more people from outside of the map to move in, as we're going to be supplying jobs for them. Oh, I'm all sorts of looking forward to it, guys. But before then, vote time. I want to thank you again, everybody, for taking part in that. If you're like me and just sitting back and seeing where people are taking us, the voting is certainly interesting. There's over 300 of you who have voted. I'll throw it up on the screen with with my favourite animation. There we go. Wow, this is lovely, isn't it? Yes, I should say I've added another one of these trains on already because we were up at the sawmill. So we've got two of these now, which is probably about what we need. We might have to juggle the capacity. Yes, anyway, back to the vote. As you can see, oh, there's our counterpart right there, waiting at the junction. As you can see, Switzerland. It's storming at the moment, isn't it? Right at the top there. I got distracted a little bit. I see we're blocking the where the grain train's going to be going soon. We might have to do something about that. But yes, 41% of the voting is for Switzerland. Certainly going to be interesting if that is the winner. It's looking that way, although the UK is pushing, isn't it? It's on its coattails. And then we have Germany, Netherlands and France. I mean, 50 people for Germany, that's a good showing. And we've got 30 people for the Netherlands and 15 for France. So where are we going? It does look like Switzerland so far. However, there's still a little time left if you haven't voted. Head back to episode 19? Or is it 20? Possibly 20. I'll leave a link in the description below and you can still vote. It will be open until Saturday morning at 6 AM GMT, or my time, which is Central US, will be midnight. There we go. So you've got until then. Ooh, I'm glad that stag there didn't get onto the tracks. Could have been a messy start to the episode. We have got a lot to do today. I actually got this to get rid of the voting. So thank you anyway, yes, to the 314 people who voted. I'm a little excited to try Switzerland, which is where the developers themselves are from. They're based in Switzerland, so we'll be going to their home country. If it stays the way it is, it's going to be close, isn't it? Possibly. I don't know. Shall we see if we've got any wood to pick up? I think we do. There's our track to nowhere at the moment. Yes, I can see it all on there. We're not going to adjust anything just yet. Too many justs. As it's got a bed in, but it's looking good. It's looking good. And there's our bridge. Also a road to nowhere. Right, let's get off, shall we? Yeah, Twin Cities is very poor condition. Probably is. We should either replace them or possibly throw their maintenance up and get them looking brand new and less noisy. I don't know how noisy they'll be. If they're in very poor condition, that's the worst of the worst. They don't get any worse than that. So if we go up here, well, that's the North Star Express. What are you at? You're at good. Twin Cities was the first one, wasn't it? So we'll go via this. And we'll use that. There we go, you're over here. Yeah, you are looking a bit rough, shall we say. No longer as shiny as you once were, which is alright, isn't it? That's what trains do. They age. So perhaps what we'll do is we'll come into here, manage the vehicles on the line, and do what we did with the trucks. Talking of trucks, do this first and then talk about trucks. We'll just stick that on very high. I believe we'll make it enough money on those to allow us to bring those up to scratch. It would be the equivalent of taking them one by one to a depot somewhere and overhauling them. Possibly not the same train any longer. Towards the end of the previous episode, we were down here, weren't we? And we spent a bit of a fortune on upgrading our trucks. So we're going to leave these for now. What happened while I was recording the outro, which some of you weren't too impressed with, I know. We'll make up for it today with another cab ride once we've got in Bloomington's machine delivery. We unlocked some new trucks. Now, we haven't done the maintenance for these trucks, which are doing a sterling job at the moment. They're keeping up. They all queue up and wait for each delivery. And there you go. They take them straight into town, which means they're not hanging around on the platforms all the time, are they? There we go. I mean, technically he could go. What do we have them waiting on? Then we need to get on with it. What do we want to manage? Manage line. 1 minute, that's fine. But we're going to replace them all. Let's go back into here with our new trucks that we unlocked in secret towards the end of the last episode. Replace vehicles. What we've got now is MAN trucks. I didn't realise MAN actually went out to the States. I mean, I definitely knew they were around Europe. So what do we need? We need construction materials, which we don't have. So what's the difference then? It's 17 capacity, 299 brake horsepower, and does a top speed of 50 miles an hour, which we're not overly worried about for delivery trucks. Compare that to our Studebaker. It only does 37 miles an hour, has about a third. Yeah, about a third of the pulling power. Do you know, it's a good one, isn't it? And we get to take a look at them. Right, let's replace them all. It's going to cost us 2.3 million. Nothing, is it? So let's do that. Replace all these. Then we'll colour them red and see what they look like. That is beautiful. I like you. I remember these ones from the first one, except they look a little better now in Transport Fever 2. Definitely a lot more detail, and the lights look beautiful. There we go. We got new trucks. We might need to adjust. We could probably take one off, but it's only one capacity difference. This road will allow them to get up to speed at the very least. Now, heading up to Hibbing, these trucks possibly going to benefit from that a lot more. I don't like what you're doing there. That's not a good place to be building stuff, is it? No. Can we change that? Country road. Can we stay with that one, please? Thank you. Is that locked? I would like that not to change. It is locked. That's locked. Might as well lock these then. Is the bridge? I don't know what the bridge is. Is that a country road? Well, there's only one way to find out. Yes, it is. Right then. So these trucks are going to benefit hugely from an upgrade to a faster truck, because they'll be able to get up to speed. They're only doing 37 miles an hour, which is their top speed. I believe these country... Well, I should have had a look while I was in there. Yeah, 50 miles an hour. Let's replace them. We're going to have these. Are there any special ones for food? I don't think so. There's no specialized vehicle. So we have to settle for the all-in-one. You can throw anything on this one. 2.8 million. Pretty much a bargain. Autosave. Get those in and colour them bread colour. There we go. Food colour. Do you get up to speed now? There you go. 50 miles an hour. That's going to help this no end. Although we're not struggling, are we? I think we're doing all right on food. Are you Are you okay? You haven't got any stored. Hopefully there's a grain train on the way. Possibly not. Maybe. No. That what? Yes. That's the one. It is out. It's our big boy, isn't it? He does all right getting up the hill. His maximum speed should be 75, but dropping to 60, that's all right, isn't it? I mean, we could, it has been suggested, put a diesel on the back to help push it up the hill. But as I've said before, we're kind of doing all right with it. We're making money. It doesn't look like it here, but as you can see through the history of our train, he's making us a small fortune. So he's just doing the job, which I'm happy with. And there goes our oil train. There goes our new logging train. It could be, it depends. No, this is the old logging train. Where's the new logging train? Are they making us money yet? He's on the return journey. He might be the one from the depot. We need to go to finance. Yeah, he hasn't dropped anything off yet. If we go to the actual line itself and go to finances, we're going to make quite a small fortune on that one too. However, we're more than likely going to have to increase the length of that train. It all depends. We'll keep an eye on it. That's not what we're doing today though. Not at the beginning. As you'll see, we've started to deliver our biscuits to the cog factory. It's not biscuits, is it? It's lumber. So we started to deliver that. Not many. We've only got 3 stored in there. That's because this is going to take a while to kick up, which gives us time to play it. Do we have any trucks before I get going that could benefit from being the new ones? We should check on these first. They're just waiting for the tools delivery, which should be down here somewhere, possibly. Is that you? No, you're the North Star Express. You're heading back that way. What are you? That's another passenger truck. There they come. There they come. You have tools on board? 68. Well, that might have been partly due to our change in its job, which we might need to double these. Change in its job, in its rules, and in its instructions, in its orders. There we go. You found it eventually. Go through every word in the dictionary first. Yes, we are going to need 2. That's wonderful, isn't it? Let's do that. Let's get that done. Because the whole plan of this one was to have two trains running that. I'm a little bit concerned they might block the junction there, but we can deal with that. Should it arise? Yes, there we go. It's all on the other platform. There's not going to be much for this yet unless we hook steel in. So we need a new line, don't we? We need to take steel down to there, which is coming from here. And at the moment, we can just use the second platform. So let's get us a new line up. And that's going to be running from here. In fact, which platform do you want? You want not 1, because nothing's going to happen there. 4. 4 should do us. And then you're going up to the machine factory. Are we going to need another platform here? It might be advisable. In fact, what we could do is even have it the other side, right? Because that one isn't going up here. Yeah, so let's do that. Steel color. Yeah, that one. That'll do. What are we calling it? I guess Minneapolis. Yeah, well, Grand Rapids, isn't it, is where it's based. We'll go with that. Grand Rapids steel. Great. That'll do, mate. We've got it in. Now we need to go and build us a freight train that carries steel. Awkward. Which one are you? It might be... Oh, yes. We've got those little trucks, haven't we? But we don't need to worry about these. Hibbing fuel. Do we? Where are those? I can't even remember where those are. Oh, it's these two. Right, yes. Let's do that first, then we'll go build our train. Manage vehicle, because I did see a tanker in the new vehicles, depending on whether they're better, is in the... Where are you? Where are the emissions? 73. No, we're keeping these, guys. We're keeping those. So what we'll do instead is just increase the maintenance very high. Once they're all up to, or both, there's only 2, isn't there? Once both of those are up to very good, we'll drop them down to high. In fact, should we check on this first? Now, only what we can see, please. And give us an idea. Oh, I thought it would do via line. This will do, though. You are all very high now. Right, yes. So, we can change that back down. There's no point having it on very high. Manage vehicles on this one. Stick you back down too high. And that will just slowly get down to mediocre and not budge. Do the same here. Done. Alright. And then we'll remember to go and do those at some point, which I probably won't. Our little shunter just doing its thing. I love our shunter. It's forever going to be that. That's the eternal shunter. Yes, it is. Just out there doing its thing for eternity. What are we having then for our steel train? Diesels, isn't it? Got to be diesels. Diesels. What we got? These are my new go-to. They're just brilliant. I love them. Sure they're going to be replaced at some point. I don't know. They serve a purpose for shunting stuff around on the main line. So we're going to do it. We're going to double head them. And then our wagons, we want these, don't we? These flat cars. Let's get those on. No, that's a box car. You've misclicked. Good job. Easily fixed. How many do we need? And what colour should we have them? Should we have them mixed? We want some that show that this is a steel train. We'll just go with whatever we can fit on, I think. Maximum length? Maybe with another engine at the back. It's possible, right? I'd like some of that colour as well. Let's get those on. And some on their original colour, which are very similar to our steel. How are you doing? You're doing alright. One more. 306 metres. Mediocre. There's not actually much of a slope going on, is there? No, there isn't. Could we fit one more on then? I say we can. Get on there. 323. Beautiful. You got a capacity of 306. It's probably a bit excessive. But we can adjust it. It's a 32 million almost train. Mediocre. Even if it did have a little bit of a grade on the track, it's 65 miles an hour still. We don't need to worry about that, do we? Get on there. You are going on our brand new steel line. Steel freight. What didn't I do? I didn't do something, did I? We'll watch him come out of there. Manage vehicle. No, manage line. You know what I didn't do? Hibbing Central. Wait until full. There he goes. We'll see if that causes our network any issues, but we now have steel and lumber going to the machines factory. So what's next? A bit more of our network extension. Now, it was suggested, why don't we just drop off freight here? We could change this to a freight platform or have another freight platform here. But technically, that would mean, let's get the layers up, shall we? That would mean driving trucks, dropping off the entire batch here. We see we've got residents here. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to be encouraging them to move, shall we say. But yeah, if we run it round and link into here with just a little terminus, or well, it'll be a long terminus, curve station. Oh, it'll be amazing. But yeah, so we're going to link it into here and we'll be dropping off quite a bit immediately, meaning less trucks are required, or possibly no trucks at all, which is why I want to do that. We can, however, make use of this existing setup. If we look at the lines, we used to use this way back as our one of these Zephyrs doing a little shuttle service. So this is how we stand in Bloomington before we deliver our machines, which are definitely going there, I think. Let's see. Let's just see. I thought about a terminus building, but we might just go for this. It is there. Look at that. I think something like that will do us. It gets just about everything. And those residents down there that might be affected, how will the terminus building do? Not that one, this one. And how long are we talking? It's massive. It's absolutely massive. We could have some extra connections on it to make sure it picks up. We could even go at an angle like that and have an access road. Ooh, it's a long old station, isn't it? I'm tempted to have like a smaller station in closer, because we're only dropping off. It doesn't matter how big the platform is at all. Even for loading speed, I would say it doesn't matter. Right, get in there. Do you know, I'm sort of happy with that, guys. Let's just get it in and we'll work with it. We'll see what we can do with that. Obviously, we might encourage the residents over there to move should they start complaining. Right then, we've got rid of the road. We've just got to put the track in. It's going to go around here. Again, it's not really going to matter about speed or anything. We're just dropping off. We want to concentrate more on getting in there, don't we? That'll do us. That will do us. The other one, we could technically run around the side. Given that this is no longer needed, I'm going to say we get rid of that section there, and then that section. Let's zoom in, see if we can get it without deleting everything. Oh, it's just there. Bit fiddly, but we got it. Which means if we get another piece of track, line it up with that switch, we should be able to come straight out like so. And then the other one is going to run down the side here like this from I don't know where. We're going to have to figure out the lengths of it. Or could we modify the station and give us a bypass track? Configure this. If we put it down here anyway, there we go. Then we should be able to link off that, right, into there. Again, this is freight maneuvers. We don't really mind the speed. What we care about is that if the train's parked in here, its back end doesn't go over this switch. And then what our freight train can do, can wait in that side. It'd be on that side, wouldn't it? Yeah. And wait on that side. So our signal, one way, is going to be here. Waiting patiently for the other train. Should we have any more? Which we are, aren't we? What I'm thinking is we have a second platform down here. And do a similar thing. And our trains queue up out here should they need to. Okay, we can head up this way now. We do want to stay flat. And we can branch, I'm going to say, straight in there. But I would like to do it flat from here and straight. Flat and straight this time. And the same here. The reason we're doing this, we're going to need a blocking signal, aren't we? Just there. Just about there will do fine. Thank you. And we'll need one just there as well. It's looking likely, guys, that we're going to get our steelworks up and running. As I was saying, yeah, the reason for this junction is we're going to go up to and get some plastic and to drop off the refined oil, not crude oil, which we're going to split our trains for. We've currently got 2 oil trains doing that run. What are you looking for? Track. Doing that run, and so one of them is going to then filter off and do this so we can spread the load, and that will give us plastics to run back up the main line. Right, we're in. Guys, that's beautiful. I think that's acceptable, don't you? I mean, technically, we're never going to get in the way of the other train, so we can just have a signal that's one way. All that does is tells the pathfinding algorithm when we do make the line that we want it to do that, if possible. We've got a couple of signals there. Let's block it up. We can even have one coming into this platform early. Yes, just there. There we go. If that's on a slope, we can just branch off sooner for the other thing, but we're not doing that yet. So we have access point right here. We've got no access from the depot yet, but we're going to go across here since it's not a main road. We don't need to worry about it, do we? If we configure this and we go into MISC, we can just have a little... Oh no, we need a platform first. We can just have another freight platform just there. Now we can go to MISC. We can just add a little... No, we could add the steps, but I'm going to go with a big old building like that. And we hook in just like that because I want it to look impressive. And now it does. Let's tidy that up just a touch. Around there. Don't need a big hole, do we? Beautiful. That's nicer, isn't it? Really looks like it's supposed to be there now. There we go. We've got Bloomington sidings. I'm going to call that Bloomington Freight. Why not? Bloomington Freight. That's where we're delivering to. Now, can we get a little crossing here that will be rather nice? If we put in city roads, because I kind of don't mind them building a factory or two here. If we keep this nice and straight, we should not have any issues. No, this could be straighter. Let's try that. Go out a little bit further, like so. There we go. We've got good access there. And then we can bring this in like that. And then into here. Maybe they'll build a few industrial buildings there. Bring that up like that. Could we do some painting here? Oh, that could look nice. We've got gravel. Asphalt. That's what we need. Asphalt. Oh yeah, put it on, it's on maximum strength. We want that dropped down. Something more like that. Just nice and straight there with the platform edge. It's all industrial, right? It's all industrial out here. That's how it needs to look. Do we like that? That's looking the part, isn't it? Alright then. So what do we need? You did all that and then you didn't bother hooking it up. That's ace. Oh dear. Marvellous. Get up there. And yeah, because I'd kind of want them to build down here as well. It would be rather nice. Oh no, you're painting everything. Can we undo that? I hope so. There is something, right? This one. Does that work? Oh, it doesn't. Paint tools. Is there a delete or an undo with paint? Yes, there is. Oh, there we go, guys. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, get that all up there a bit. Nice and level. Smooth it out. A touch. We want this to be a nice industrial part of Bloomington. I'm getting carried away. Right. Delivery. Do we have our first deliveries in here? Not yet. It's going to take a little while, isn't it? It's going to take a little while for that to kick in. Because we have our big train up here that is sat beautifully in the station. It does have its first steel. Now, I'm kind of glad that we've not shifted from this position. I don't know whether we can fit a signal in. That might naff it completely. No? Maybe. We can just fit it there, right? We'll see how long the other one is. We don't want it one way, though. Can we just... Ah, well, you concertinaed. Yeah, we can fit a couple of signals there. Again, not needed, but they do look good. I wish you hadn't concertinaed up like that. You look a bit weird now. But that's fine. Yes, before that gets its delivery done, if we make this line a thing... Do you know, actually, we're going to need quite a bit here, aren't we? It's not just... Yes, right, guys, we need to do something sneaky here. Let's pause it a second. I would like to, if possible... Is that all part of the station already? No, I thought I did something smart, but I didn't. Yeah, no, I've got an idea. We can do this. We delete, like, a bit of a section here. Like that. Just a chunk of it, so we can get a bit of track in here. From the station itself. Configure that. And we go in... Oh, oh, you didn't quite do it right, did you? It was almost... We probably need to get rid of this as well. Oh dear, there's like a billion segments there, isn't there? Well, okay, not a billion, but there's a lot. Will that give us enough room? There we go. Now we can get a couple of pieces of track in like that, which will give us a connection. And what I'm thinking is we're going to need 2 platforms. So you didn't want that one. Then we can have platform cargo. A bit of fun, isn't it, with the station, modular stations here. Okay, so you've got that. Now what are you doing? You haven't thought this through. I didn't think this through. Can you tell? But yes, we've got this little bit here that connects us. We could technically delete it, but we might as well keep it in. I don't think it's going to affect anything. It looks like it's all sitting together quite nicely. And we're in there, and we're in there. Will that allow us to build, or are we going to need to replace it? No, it looks like we can build our track out this way. Isn't that lovely? I do love these modular stations. It sort of makes up for the fact that we don't have freight, but not freight. Where did that come from? Not freight. Curved. Right, cargo, platforms. Get in there. There we go. Beautiful. That gives us all the access we need, I believe. It's an impressive station, isn't it? I love this steelwork station right here. Now we're going to have to get rid of this signal here, aren't we? Because we've got to get across, which means a fast diamond up there. Yeah, we're going to have to get across there. I'm going to get rid of that signal. And we're going to come across there somewhere. Hopefully we just link in like so. And then we can branch off like that to that one. This one will be... Oh, you didn't touch. You were supposed to kiss that. Well, more than kiss. Big cuddles. Big cuddles. Get in there. Big cuddles. Yeah, there we go. Right, we're in. That one is going the other way. And this one is a dead end that way. So you need to get in sharpish. Something like that. Right up to this one, which we can turn into a diamond. And that should give us all the access required. I would have liked it to have been a bit faster, but it's okay. Now, we could link it up like that eventually. What I'd like to do is possibly fill that in. We could also put some scenery in there as well. Should we paint it? Oh, do we have the asphalt selected? I think we do still, right? Nope, you've got delete. We don't want that to be asphalt though. I kind of want that to be gravel of some sort. This one? Oh, that looks like a riverbed. I don't like that one. This one? That one's kind of nice for out here. Yes. I would kind of like this coloured in. There we go. Get rid of all the grass for this busy station that we've got going. And then terrain tools. Unnecessary, I know. No, it's not, is it? It's necessary. It pleases me, that's why it's necessary. There, I like this a lot. Enough of that. Let's get it signalled up. I think it's going to be okay as is. I would even say we can edge up to the main line a little bit with a two-way signal just there. And we're going to be heading that way, so we don't need one there. We can do something similar here and here and here. Yes, we'll need those two-way. And then over here, we need entrance into all of that shenanigans. We do have trains going straight through as well. Two-way, no. Want you one way. Nice auto-save as I was placing the signal. That was nerve-wracking. Two-way there, two-way there. You don't connect that way. Okay, where's our steel going? We'd like you to change platforms now here and be over there. I noticed it says it's not combinable. Yes, it can't reach platform 3 and it warns you in the platform selector, something I've never seen before. That is a lovely touch, isn't it? Goodness me. Good job at Urban. I like that. That's ace. Okay, so now we need to hook up another new line to Hibbing, because we don't have it yet, which is going to be machine delivery. And that's there, two there. We'll have to see if we've left ourselves enough room. We can always finagle it. What colour are we going to have machines? Ooh, I don't know what colour they are. They're like a grey colour, but we don't have grey. Should we go with that colour? I mean, that's what we use for coal. Now, in the new series, we are going to go with mods, so we'll have more selection of colours here as well. Let's go with that one then. That'll do, won't it? That'll do, that's nice. So this is Hibbing... No, it's not. Bloomington machine break. It's kind of machine delivery as well, isn't it? So we need box cars. I believe that's what carries machines. We'll need to go up here. We're going to have the diesels. We're going to stick with the diesels. We're going to have these. I like them. They just do the job. They're cheap to run in comparison to what else we've got. These won't do the job. They're too slow for mainline operation. But these, let's get those on. Cargo. We're not going to need much to start with. We're probably going to be overdoing it. So we're not going to... Are we going to wait? Oh, that's a toughie, isn't it? Are we going to wait? No. We should just do it. Run backwards and forwards, shouldn't we? That is machines. I mean, they're more grey, to be fair, but I couldn't find a grey colour in there. I think it is just the box cars that take them. Yeah, there we go. Well, let's get some colours on there. I mean, we got purple, lilac. We'll have that colour. I kind of like that colour. How many do we need to take? We could get a bit carried away here, couldn't we? I'm almost tempted to start off with like a single engine freight train. That way we can extend it, can't we? So we can go like half the length. How many do we take? That's already 126 capacity. Would we need much more than that? What's half? We need to be about 150, right? I like that colour. 150? Yeah. If we just do that, that's 162, and we'll leave it travelling backwards and forwards like that. Buy that one. I need to look that way. See what you can see. Can you see Bloomington machine freight? Guys, we are fully connected. Let's hit that play button. Anyway, that's our little train. It's going to start kicking in production, or demand, at the very least, down the chain from this machine factory, which is forever going to have 3 stored in it. It might have more now that we've hooked all that up. Ah, yes, it's waiting for a full load. This train was just sat there. Are you the new one? No, you're the one that's... See, they're losing a bit of money, and we have a train waiting here. Oh, yes, that's probably not a good idea yet, is it? I might have snafu'd our entire lineup there. That's my own fault. Well, now it's got going. I think we'll be alright now. It's going to pull in more demand. Yeah, there we go. That was completely my fault, guys. We haven't got an issue. Well, we have, but he's sat between the keyboard and the chair. That's me. Because we just snafu'd this lineup as well. We've got no tools being delivered, which might make Minneapolis quite grumpy. Let's see. Yeah, look at that drop off there, guys. Ooh, you know, if you're not careful, which sometimes I'm not, as just demonstrated, that can really throw a... Oh, here we go. You know it's happening. Throw a spanner in the works. Or not, as the case may be, because we're not giving them any spanners. Anyway, how's things doing? What is the frequency of this line? Because we want to ship everything here. We've had a bit of time for this to run, haven't we? We're playing now, yes. See what you can see. We've got a rate of 346, so we're going to have to up that. It does have to travel a little bit further than this one. We still have a rate on this one of 359, still not to... Oh no, there we go. Just as I say that, there might have been a slight delay as it worked out the new routing. But it's doing a fine job at the junctions, or we're doing a fine job at the junctions. This may change too. Maybe we need to let it run just a little longer. And we're currently going to drop off nearly 200. I mean, it depends on how long it takes them to do it. But yeah, we are picking it up. Which train is heading back? That one's heading back empty. It'd be this one. How close are you? You're running down the Mississippi at the moment. So let's pop over here. Take a look at him. And there's the... Why did you all leave together? What's that all about? You on an outing? You know what, guys? Let's all go to Grand Rapids for the day. Do you want to share? Do you want to share trucks? No. Everyone take your own truck. All right. There goes some more coal. Oh, duck below the bridge. Can't. Ouch. Tree as well. This is... I love this. We're gonna leave it with a ride, but I don't know where. Probably on our new steel line, which is going to take a while. Kick in. Oh, there was a bit of junction action I just missed. It's fine. Have I forgot anything today? Yes. There was one thing I was going to do that was pointed out to me. Is it this? It's still called Boise or Boise. Boise, I think, is how you pronounce that. But it's not, is it? No, not even close. This should be Hibbing. Food processing plant. Should we fix that? Oh dear, I believe that's called okay. That's called okay. That's called okay. That's not really a sentence. Are we doing the job with these new trucks? We are indeed. Yeah, we didn't have a delivery, did we? Sometimes that may go a bit quiet. However, we're being drip fed at the station here. So it's not like a train comes in and just dumps the lot on here, otherwise we'd need enough on the platforms to account for that. Enough platform space. We don't need that. We've got it perfect. Okay, guys. Shall we check before we go? That's it, because we're about the end now. We check on the roads. I know a few of you in the comments, Gran, just put in your four-lane highway things straight through the middle of town and get your trams fixed. And just going to say it's pretty quiet. Why bother? I would also. No, it's a fair comment to be honest. If you do it now, you're done, aren't you? You've accounted for future growth, especially now that we've got Bloomington about to start growing and throwing more people onto our network. This is lovely. But yes, what I would be doing if I was playing this away from a series, I would certainly be doing that. I'd probably extend this and get it done. However, what I'd like to do for the series is hopefully it goes wrong at some point so I can show you how to fix it. That's what my secret little plan is that's no longer a secret. So if you're wondering why I'm not doing things like preemptively, that's why I want to react to things and see if we can fix it together should the need arise. However, I seem to be doing too well. No, we've still got a horde at the station. We still don't have a bus here, do we? Do we? No. Guys, we've got to do a bus route there. But not now. It's the end of the episode. We've got lots of... Ooh, there's a bit of a snarl up. Lots of trains going on. Is it a snarl up? Not really. Everything's moving, isn't it? This I don't like. We're going to have to figure that out. Before we do, we might have to take that signal out. Or move it closer to the junction. That's not going to get it off the junction. We need this inside lane clear if we're going to move the grain train. We could, in fact, bring it further back. And even go over the top, right? Just branch off. Well, we'll be going this way. What are you talking about, man? No, that's fine. You'd be heading this way. I'm thinking about... No, you wouldn't. You would be heading this way. We could indeed then. But we'd be going on this inside track. But this is freed up. It's a little bit of a delay, admittedly. But things are moving. As long as we can keep to capacity. We don't mind a busy junction. Where is our steel train? No, he's still there. How are you doing? You've got 178 steel currently. What we're going to do is we're going to send this train on its way. And we're going to rotate it and we're going to get on board. And I'll set it all up because what I've done... We'll get comfy as we're moving. What I've done... Oh, with that... Are we sat in the right place there? There we go. On the rail, sort of. There we go. Like that. Now we're comfy. Yes, what I've done... That's close. We need to tidy that up, possibly. Going to hit a head on it, aren't we? Yep, straight through it. And what I've done is pause the date on purpose so that we don't unlock anything while we're doing this little journey to the steel mill. This is our new line. We're missing the signals, that's pleasant. And because we got a surprise unlock while I was recording the last one. So it's all saved before that point where we do this journey. And we shouldn't miss anything. So, yes, give voting if you still want to make a choice. Do we want to go Switzerland, UK, Germany, Netherlands or France? The vote is still open until 6 in the morning, UK time, and midnight my time, Central US. Still a while to go. On Monday, we'll that autosave is brilliant. On Monday, we'll reveal where we're going in Series 2. Then I've got some serious thinking to do about how to make that look fantastic as a big series. Probably similar size to this, similar length, I should say. A little bit longer. We're going to do a bit more fancies, and we'll have mods. But yes, we've hooked up. Bloomington's, I keep saying Hibbing. Bloomington's first cargo drop, and it's machines. let's see how that affects it next time out. It will be next week. It'll be Monday. So until then, take care.